Hello, everyone. You're listening to the Socially Desi Show, the podcast that motivates you to live, create, and inspire. If this is your first time here, welcome. On our show, we discuss tips and strategies with our guest speakers on how to tackle problems related to personal growth, mental health, relationships, business and entrepreneurship, and health and fitness. So hit that subscribe button and go check out our website at sociallydesi.com for more of such content. Today, I'm pleased to welcome back our award winning HR, a dear friend, and recently she has been awarded the Business World Education 40 Under 40 Award as well. So, welcome back, Shivani. Welcome back to the Socially Desi Show.
Thank you, Anurag. Thank you for inviting me once again on this wonderful show. It's an absolute pleasure to be back.
No, the pleasure is all mine. And thank you so much for taking out time. I know that Positive Vibes is doing so great. You're packed up with courses, batches. So, how's it all going? And how's life been since we last met?
Yeah, so when we last met, we were in the process of introducing certification courses at Positive Vibes.
Yeah.
And since then, we have launched three courses that are running successfully. So we have an HR Generalist course, an HR Business Partner course, and Enhance Your MQ course. For our HR courses, we've also been able to get accreditation by SHRM, which is a
Hmm.
very well respected, very well known, and credible organization in the HR
Yeah.
fraternity.
Yeah.
Since then, we've also launched virtual training programs for corporates on very contemporary topics like breaking the glass ceiling, which is a program for women leaders, holistic
Hmm.
wellness, a special program on rejection, being your best friend that teaches you life's best lessons, campus to corporate, team bonding, POSH design and implementation, including awareness sessions, and many more.
Hmm.
And we've also been able to onboard new corporate clients, in addition to the ones that we've already been working with. Uh, Apart from that, we also introduced professional mentoring sessions through
Hmm.
which we try and help young HR professionals and other professionals of other fields in making career choices, making them job ready, and
Hmm.
basically helping them carve a niche for themselves in the corporate world. And for these initiatives, Positive Vibes was awarded the Startup Excellence Award 2020 by HR Success Talks, and it's been recognized as one of the most promising startups of the country. So, very, very proud of that.
No, actually, we are very proud of it. And, I keep following you on LinkedIn. And, I would urge the Socially Desi audience who are, into the corporate world, definitely go check out Shivani Malhotra on LinkedIn. I'll share the links in the show notes below. Follow her. She shares a lot of, insightful posts on not just on HR topics, but in, corporate life in general. And Shivani, congratulations on, getting this award for the Startup Excellence 2020, as
Thank
well as
you.
you got an HR Excellence Award as well, right?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, that's amazing. And of course, in the start, I spoke about the BW 40 under 40. That's amazing. I mean, plethora of awards for PV and for you. So congratulations on that. But
Thank you.
so you spoke about how PV has been going, Positive Vibes has been going
Yeah.
since we last met. But how has Shivani Malhotra been?
Well, I've been well, Anurag. So far, so good. Thankfully, all okay. And I pray that we completely heal from this ongoing pandemic. There is so much happening around. So my sincere prayers with everyone. And I really hope and pray that we come out of this pandemic very, very soon. So yeah, that's how 2020 went and 2021 has started. Well, it started with hope, with the vaccine coming in. Let's
Hmm.
hope it ends on a very cheerful note and we are actually out of this pandemic by the end of 2021. Let's hope for that.
So true, so true. I mean, I've been speaking about this in my friend circle as well, and on the other podcast, Namaste India, also we spoke about this that we have gone to square one from
Yes.
2020 to 2021. So, how have you pulled up through 2021 and stepping into 2021? What do you feel? What are the things that needs to be taken care of, and how do you see 2021 and beyond going for you and PV?
When lockdown happened in 2020, it was a time when, unfortunately, the economy had also taken a downturn. And if I specifically talk about positive vibes, we were a primarily corporate training company. So most of our clients, once the lockdown was announced, had put a pause to the relationship because they were going through tough times, and very understandably so. So at one point, we were completely out of business, and we were seriously thinking whether this is the end of the road for us. In other words, is it time to pull the shutter down?
Hmm. Hmm.
Or, we realized whether it is a huge opportunity in the waiting. We brainstormed, and what we realized was that the current pandemic has unfortunately hit the economy very badly, where a lot of young and bright people have lost their jobs, or were struggling to retain their jobs, and that continues to happen even today.
Right.
So, all of us at Team Positive Vibes, with an endeavor to help such professionals and mentor them, we started offering specialized skill based courses at very reasonable cost in the lockdown. And the intent was to extend a very practical and innovative approach towards acquiring
Hmm.
skills related to their respective fields, which helps in adding weight to their knowledge and
Yeah.
ultimately equipping them to get better jobs in the market. And
Yeah.
not only this, we also help them, and we continue to help them in finding jobs by revamping their CVs, doing mock interviews, providing placement assistance, by circulating their CVs in our network and writing personal recommendation letters. And today, I'm very happy to share that many of our mentees have been able to find jobs even in this pandemic. So, as a trainer and a mentor, it's a very gratifying feeling.
Hmm. Correct.
So, our biggest learning for 2020 as a business has been that it's imperative to change, and adapt to the changing situation. If you continue to run your business in the same way, irrespective of the changes in the environment around you, the business will ultimately crumble. So, innovation is the key to grow any business and, be ahead of the times. And that's what we did at Positive Vibes. Coming to 2021, like I said, it started with a lot of hope with the vaccine coming in. In fact, we had thought of physically starting up, trainings and our courses. But
Hmm.
with the
Hmm.
current situation, it seems that virtual learning is here to stay for a good amount of time. And so, we are launching many new initiatives. Of course, all of them are going to be virtual as of now. So, new
Yeah.
programs such as holistic wellness, something that we
Hmm.
will talk about in the due course of this conversation. Short virtual capsules on corporates. We're also exploring tie ups with education institutions, colleges, and universities for sharing our expertise with their students to make them job ready. We'll also be launching more certification courses outside of HR in the later part of this year. So these would be around marketing, strategy, business communication, job readiness, and many more.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
we do plan to continue extensively with our one on one mentoring sessions. So, yeah, we have an action packed 2021. Hopefully, fingers crossed, all goes well. So, yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, that's a lovely plan, Shivani. And you spoke about holistic wellness. So,
Yeah.
what exactly is holistic wellness? Because a lot of people seem to talk about it, and
Yeah.
the bigger picture is why talk about it now?
Yeah, that's a very pertinent question. Why talk about it now? Let me first explain what is holistic wellness. COVID has changed our perception about wellness by 360 degree. It has given the word wellness totally new meaning. Before COVID, wellness meant essentially physical fitness, exercise,
Yeah.
diet. And in fact, we at Positive Vibes were running wellness programs at corporates. And the expectation was to make them physically fit and agile, the employees physically fit and
Right.
agile. But
Yeah.
COVID taught us probably the most important life lesson, which is that physical fitness is not the all end all for us. Of course, it is a very important thing. But what COVID made us realize is that a body can be physically fit only when it is supported by a fit and healthy mind.
Yeah.
It taught us what, things like loneliness, social distancing, staying locked down does to your mind and to your heart.
Hmm. Hmm.
And we also saw that suddenly cases of depression, mood swings, anxiety, sleep disorders, all of that spiked up.
Yeah.
And let me share some statistics here with you. An online Indian survey reported that about 41% of the participants reported anxiety or depressive symptoms, and
Hmm.
almost 75% reported a moderate level of stress. And
Hmm. Hmm.
an equal number reported poor well being, poor sleep quality, stress, and psychological distress. So these are all things that we have, they were existing earlier as well, but I think they've grown manifold in this pandemic because of we being locked up in our houses, not being able to meet
True.
friends, not being able to socialize, and all that has taken a toll on our mental health. And
True.
all these symptoms, all these are symptoms of mental fatigue. And this is because we have had this is because I feel that we have made our mind's happiness dependent upon our surroundings, which is
Correct.
the
Yeah.
external world, which
Hmm.
comprises of many things like my job, my family, relationships, career, boss, business, etc. So when
Yeah.
happiness or the wellness quotient of my mind is governed by so many outside factors, then imagine how many times my mind gets disturbed and disrupted when there is trouble in any of the outside factors. And this is what is exactly happening.
Correct.
So, wellness now is comprised of five very important things, which is why we call it holistic wellness. ये एक पूरा चक्र है जिसके बीच में हम हैं, और इस
Correct.
चक्र के सारे हिस्से, मतलब हर एक हिस्से पे हमें ध्यान देना है. अगर एक ही
Hmm.
हिस्सा हम इग्नोर करते हैं तो पूरे सर्कल की अलाइनमेंट बिगड़ जाती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल,
True.
you have a car. Now, for
Hmm.
that car to run smoothly, you need all the four tires to work in perfect condition. Even if one tire is flat, your car cannot move, right?
True.
So
True.
similarly, a human body can work properly only if all the pillars of wellness are very well taken care of. So that is what
Yeah.
I mean by holistic wellness.
Hmm. So you spoke about, that holistic wellness has these five important things that we need to
Yes,
take care of. So
yes,
what are these key aspects?
sure. So, holistic wellness has five important pillars, which are physical, mental, intellectual, spiritual, and financial. Let me very briefly explain to you what is the meaning of each of these pillars.
Hmm. Okay.
So, starting with physical, as the name suggests, it's about fitness of your body. So we all know that a healthy mind stays in a healthy body. So the starting point of any kind of fitness is physical fitness, taking care of your body. Mental wellness, this has probably emerged as the most important aspect of wellness, especially in COVID times. So it's about keeping yourself mentally and emotionally strong with yourself, your children, your spouse, parents, and everyone else around you, and basically face this negativity that's all around you with a streak of positivity.
Correct. Correct.
That's mental wellness. Coming to financial wellness, the pandemic has taught us a very tough life lesson. It has taught us the importance of financial wellness. It has also taught us that financial wellness has a direct relationship with mental wellness. So, if
Yeah.
financially we are unwell, meaning we don't have adequate finances to fulfill our needs, it leads
Hmm.
to, symptoms like stress, depression, anxiety, anger, frustration, and ultimately a very adverse impact on our mental health. So our financial so financial wellness also is one of the key, I would say, pillars to keep the other aspects of wellness also okay.
Yeah.
um, Coming to spiritual wellness, the general definition of spiritual wellness is the search for your life's meaning and purpose, as well as to strive for consistency in your values and action. So a
Yes.
spiritually healthy person has a clear purpose in life and is able to reflect on the meaning of events. So yes, one thing, spiritual well-being does not mean being religious. Religion and prayer is
Hmm.
a part of spiritual well-being, but so are many other things, such as meditation, yoga, mindfulness practices, and basically anything that helps you find your purpose in life. That's spiritual well-being.
Correct.
And coming to the last part, which is intellectual well-being or intellectual wellness, uh, it is being open to new ideas, thinking critically, and finding ways to be creative. It is important to gain and maintain intellectual wellness because it expands knowledge and skills in order to live a very stimulating and successful life. And in order to improve your intellectual wellness, it's important to value creativity, curiosity, and most importantly, lifelong learning. So
Yeah,
those are
that's
the
true.
five pillars of holistic wellness.
No, I completely agree. Especially, when you spoke about financial wellness, it actually ties up with your mental well-being so perfectly, because unless and until you are financially stable, or at least you have a path towards financial freedom, or at least you're able to take care of your expenses, then somewhere down the line, your mental health is affected, and this pandemic has actually shown that. Like, a lot of people faced
Yeah,
these kind of issues
yeah,
a lot. I spoke to a lot of psychologists on the Socially Desi show. They also spoke about this aspect. So I think this is really important. And holistic wellness, when you combine all of this with not just spiritual but also your intellectual wellness, I guess that ties up into a complete what do you say, the chakras that you spoke about,
yeah.
every part of your body, right from your mind to your soul, everything is affected, and it goes towards a positive path. But this leads me to the next question, which is, who is it for? A lot of people ask, like, for example, yoga, meditation, a lot of people want to stay away from it.
Yeah,
And people try to categorize these
yeah,
kind of things into age groups, or maybe people having some sort of an issue.
yeah.
So when you speak about holistic wellness, who is it for?
Well, it's for everyone,
Hmm.
right from children to senior citizens. Of course, the kind of things that you do in each of these pillars varies with the age group that you're catering to, but holistic wellness today is required for anybody and everybody. Talking about children and young adults, they've been affected by this pandemic the most. Their outdoor activities have been closed. They can't go to school or college.
Yeah.
They can't meet their friends. They can't go to the park. So, and it's been more than a year, that they've been doing this. So, things like temper tantrums, mood swings, addiction to gadgets are some of the major issues that parents are grappling with. So at this
Hmm.
time, emotional counseling sessions, motivation talks, and a general environment of positivity has to be maintained around them. So in that
Correct.
aspect, wellness comes into picture for that age group.
Hmm.
Talking about working parents, again, they've had a very tough time managing their work, work from home, managing online classes of children, caring for the elderly, and added to that, absence of domestic help and the restriction of not being able to socialize
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
unwind. So again, it's something that has taken a toll both on the physical, mental, and many other aspects of their wellness. So that's how wellness comes into picture for that age group. Talking about older people, senior citizens, the whole
Hmm.
negativity and fear around how dangerous the pandemic is, how bad its consequences are if they get it. All that again has led to a lot of fear in them. They're living in
Yeah.
constant fear. What if I get it? How am I
Hmm.
go- how am I how am I going to cope up with it, and how is my family going to cope up with it? So again, because there is so much of negativity around, it is bound to affect people,
Hmm.
at some point in time. So all these factors have necessitated some kind of an intervention, help, or support, and a holistic wellness program can definitely help people from all age groups. So to your question, who is it for? It's for everyone.
So true. I completely agree with that. And Shivani, both of our families have been impacted by this COVID wave.
Right.
So, what has been your experience with the whole holistic wellness?
Well, like you said, we've been impacted. I had my mother who was COVID positive a few months back.
Hmm.
Um, well, it's not just my own family. It's about what's happening around you. With your friends, with so many people in our society. In our block. friends that I used to meet every day, somebody in their
Hmm.
family is down with COVID. So when you keep hearing news like that, you tend to feel low and you tend to feel very negative about life.
Right.
And it's been going on for more than a year now. And so what has personally worked for me is a few things that I've incorporated into my daily regime. And
Mm-hmm.
one such thing is yoga. I have actually seen the benefits, seen and experienced the benefits of yoga, both for my physical health. I had very chronic spondylosis, and I could
Mm-hmm.
not even lift my head because of longer working hours at the laptop. And
Yeah.
once I started doing yoga religiously, I'm now far better and much more stronger, to even do weightlifting. Um, so I've seen the benefits of yoga on my body as well as on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mentally more agile since the time I've started practicing yoga. My attention span has increased, and most importantly, I experience a lot of positivity around myself because it helps to calm my mind.
Hmm.
So that's one thing that has been my experience in terms of my own holistic wellness. I've also been very regular with meditation, which is in the form of a prayer that I do every evening. I also, spend at least 30 minutes doing something
Hmm.
that I really love. And, one of them is sing. And, my love
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Smule. So it's something that really helps me unwind at the end of the day,
Yeah.
dancing. And I have a pet. So playing with my pet is a stress buster. So, do what you love for at least 30 minutes a day. That's something that I have been practicing for the last
Hmm.
1 year.
Hmm.
And most importantly, I think I've kept myself amply busy. I've done everything. I mean, one is, of course, my work keeps me busy, but apart from work, also, I've done cooking, painting,
Hmm.
singing, dancing, writing, chess, everything. So the idea is to keep your mind occupied so that it's away from negativity around you. So that's how I have been able to manage myself in the last 1 year, in the last one volatile year, let me call it.
True. True. So how's Bruno doing?
Oh, Bruno is great. He's a stress buster for the family. Bruno is my pet. For the listeners who don't know who's Bruno, he's an 8 month old, very active golden retriever, and an absolute darling of everyone in the family.
Yeah, I think pets are a great source of stress
Oh,
busters. Uh,
absolutely,
and people who love animals, please go and adopt a pet. I mean,
absolutely.
you'll surely see the right kind of positive changes in your life.
Oh
And that's really
yes,
important.
oh yes. We got him when in the middle of the lockdown,
Hmm.
and we really experienced a lot of change in the house. There was far more playfulness. There were far more laughters, and a general sense of affection in the
Hmm.
house. So it definitely, I completely endorse your view that people who love animals must definitely adopt a pet, and it does wonders to children at home. Like for my 8-year-old, he's her best friend, her confidant, and even a sibling whom she can bully
Yeah.
at times.
True.
So
True.
yeah, I think it really has a calming effect at home.
No, that's wonderful. And now, since we're talking about your experiences with holistic wellness,
Yeah,
I think Positive Vibes is also coming up with their own holistic wellness program.
that's
Uh,
right.
please tell us about it and what is it called? What are the things that we can expect?
Sure. So, this is so like you said, it's a holistic program that Positive Vibes is launching,
Hmm.
and we're launching it by the name of Shakti, which means power, because ultimately it's the power over body, over mind, over your uh, purpose, your intellect, and your spiritual calling that helps you wade through tough times. So that's why we decided to call it Shakti.
Hmm.
And it's a 5-week program that we offer to businesses, corporates, and education institutions,
Okay.
where every week we have a designated wellness day for employees. So let's say Wellness Fridays, And on the Wellness Fridays, we have 2 hours which are slotted specifically for one of the 5 sessions with our experts.
Hmm.
And we will also have a system in place where, even after the session, if employees want to reach out to our experts for a personal advice or help
Hmm.
that they are seeking, they'll be able to get that as well. So, yeah, and to say why we came up with this program, because we really feel that it's the need of the hour. So
Yeah.
many people need help. You may be, needing help. Your employees may be needing help, but they really don't know whom to reach out to. And
Correct.
you have different experts for different things. So I may be facing a financial problem, and I may not know whom to approach to, and that is having a toll on my, it's taking a toll on my mental wellness. So I approach a mental expert, but the root cause of the problem is a problem in my finances. So unless and
Yeah.
until that is not sorted, my mental health is not going to improve. So I think it's the need of the hour is to have support and help
Correct.
for employees in all aspects of wellness,
Hmm.
so that they can uh, wade through these tough times with a lot of grit
Hmm.
and positivity.
True, true. Yeah, I think it's really important when it comes to these kind of programs that they incorporate all the essentials for
Right.
each individual, because I think every individual is different, and when you go to a particular organization,
Yeah.
it becomes more challenging because you have to cater to each and everyone individually, even though they
Absolutely.
are within the same organization.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. Completely agree
So
with
how do you we're talking about this. How do you curate your team? Because it's really important for
you. Yeah.
your program to have a good balance
Yes.
of a good team. So how do you
Absolutely.
curate that?
Absolutely. I think the success of this program will depend on the people who are a part of this program and the coaches,
Hmm.
whom we call our wellness coaches. So, we've been extensively looking for experts around the globe. And after screening many experts, we've come up with a team of 5 very renowned and absolutely wonderful, seasoned, and proven coaches for each of the verticals. So we have a physical wellness coach, a mental health expert who's also a clinical psychologist, a financial wellness expert who's a specialist in finance and
Hmm.
investment planning, a spiritual coach who's an expert in mindfulness and inner wellness, and an intellectual coach, a coach who's a seasoned coach to many senior business leaders, nurturing their intellectual wellness and helping them
Hmm.
stay at the top of their game. And we'll be soon unveiling the names of all our coaches along with their profiles on our social media pages. So very soon you'll see the team that is behind this entire initiative. And just to tell you on what each of them would be contributing to. So,
Hmm.
like I said, there are 5 key aspects. So, the physical, fitness coach. So he's basically our fitness and nutrition coach who will
Hmm.
explain lifestyle basics, the right diet plans for the right age groups, bust myths around nutrition, food, exercise, take up postural and lifestyle, disease management, which is actually something that a lot of corporate employees grapple with because of the stress and the longer working hours. And also share with people a simple 30-minute workout regime and breathing exercises that people can follow easily at home or even in
Hmm.
office.
Hmm.
Similarly, our mental health expert, who I said is also a clinical psychologist, will share very practical and easy tips to keep yourself mentally and emotionally strong,
Hmm.
during this pandemic with everyone, with yourself and everyone around you.
Yeah.
Um, Similarly, the financial wellness coach, is someone who's an expert, who's a seasoned financial advisor to many celebrities. So she will be giving advice on planning of personal finances, investment opportunities in these times, and how to invest wisely and in which instruments in the current volatile times. She'll also be advising on retirement planning, how you can plan for your retirement financially
Hmm.
from now onwards. So that's about financial wellness coach. We also have a spiritual wellness coach, who is who will help people discover the meaning or purpose of their lives by
Hmm.
advising on how to include mindfulness in our daily routine and how
Okay.
to balance our emotions through spirituality. She'll also be
Hmm.
teaching the techniques of getting started with the art of meditation. While everybody
Hmm.
talks
Hmm.
about it, but people don't know how to get started with it. So, yeah, so she's going to help in that. And finally, our intellectual well being coach is a seasoned life coach to many senior business leaders who will provide
Hmm.
insights and practical tips on how to continuously find ways of being creative in what you do and challenge your intellect with every new thing that you do, and hence, teach you to become a lifelong learner. So that's
Hmm.
how our entire program is curated, and the team behind it is what will actually make a difference.
No, that's absolutely amazing to know, and
Thank
uh,
you.
really nice that you shared all of this in such detail, because it's really important to our listeners also to understand what is going into the program, and how they can take benefit out of it.
Sure.
So to everyone listening, this is not a sponsored episode. Just in case you guys are wondering,
Absolutely.
I really like the program, so that's why I asked Shivani to come on board and talk about it. So you guys.
And as a rule, I'd like to share with the listeners here that Positive Vibes neither pays for any advertising or marketing or PR or awards. I'm putting it on record.
No, that's actually really nice, and to everyone listening out there, if you're working in an organization, or if you're leading an organization, please get in touch with Shivani. She's available at shivani@positivevibes.co.in. I'll put the links in the show notes below as well. Get in touch with her, get your HR in touch with her, and see if Shakti is something that you would like to explore in your organization. So that is really, for me, that's a very interesting and program that you can really look forward to and incorporate in your corporate and personal life as well. So Shivani, before we wrap up the episode, please share a routine with our socially desi audience that they can incorporate in their daily lives, a simple routine, so that this whole discussion on holistic wellness can be kick-started here on the Socially Desi show.
Sure. I think it's, like I said, it's about the five chakras, the five pillars. So start focusing on each of them. So begin with your physical fitness to start with. 45
Hmm.
minutes every day. That's my commitment to myself, and that's something I personally follow because your body is the only place that you have to live in. So respect it and take care of it. And it could be any form that you enjoy. What's important is that you
Yeah.
need to enjoy your workout. The
Hmm.
moment workout becomes fun, you actually look forward to it and it becomes a habit that you incorporate in your daily lives. So whether it
True.
is dancing, Zumba, aerobics, high energy cardio, yoga, whatever it is,
Hmm.
enjoy whatever you do, because if you do it as something that you need to do because you know it's good for your health but you honestly don't like it, you're going to do it for 2 days, 3 days, maximum 1 week, and then it's going to fizzle out. So if you want to
Correct.
make workout a habit for yourself, adopt a form that really excites you and you have fun
Hmm.
doing it. Try and eat healthy, well balanced meals. I'm not
Hmm.
going to get into what kind of meals you should get into, but there's enough material on the net for that. But yes, well balanced meal. Get plenty of sleep. That's something
Hmm.
that I'd
Hmm.
really like to advise people, because your entire fitness of the body depends on how, and mind depends on how
Hmm.
well
Hmm.
you're able to sleep and how much rest you give to your body. Anything that you overwork is going to crumble at some point in time. So even
Right.
your mind needs rest, your body needs rest. And with this with the gadgets that have suddenly invaded our lives, I know it's a task to sleep by a certain time, because there is an Instagram and there is a Facebook, and for some
Yeah.
people there is LinkedIn, and there is WhatsApp. But do refrain from those kind of things, because ultimately you'll realize that it not only makes your body sluggish but even your mind slows down. So give your body the rest that it deserves and get
True.
plenty of sleep. I'll also encourage people to continue with routine preventive measures, get your yearly checkup done, your vaccinations. And now the COVID-19 vaccine is out. So please go and get yourselves vaccinated. It's in the interest of your life as well as the lives of others. Something that I personally believe in is meditation, any form, at least for 10 minutes every day. And personally, I've experienced that it helps me really relieve my stress, gives me a much better sleep, and makes my mind more focused and agile and keeps me positive, even when there is negativity all around me. So, meditation, has many, many benefits, and you don't need to follow one particular kind of meditation. Explore different kinds and see what works for you. For example, I did a 7-day Brahma Kumari meditation course, which
Hmm.
is free of cost, available online, and I thought it was a really powerful course to
Hmm.
look at your inner self and connect it with the larger being, the spiritual
Yeah.
power. So I found a lot. I've also done the Vipassana, 10-day Vipassana, in Igatpuri. That was a few years back. Again, I felt very connected to myself. Also explored the art of living by Sri Ravi Shankar, and it's worked very well for my
Hmm.
sinus related problems and for my overall relaxation of the mind. So any kind of meditation you go in for, I think it has its own benefits. Something I'll strongly recommend to everyone. Uh,
True.
do something that you really love for 30 minutes. For example, I
Hmm.
sing. For you, it could be anything: reading, gardening, painting, playing
Yeah.
with your kids, your dog, whatever it is that you really love doing. Do it,
Hmm.
take out 30 minutes and do it for yourself.
True.
Digital detox, very, very important. And if you can do, please, please go for it. At least once in a week, try and have a digital detox from all the devices, from all the social media platforms. It's very important.
True.
Most importantly, connect with people. Do take out time and call or virtually meet your family members, close friends. So, for example, for me, my family, my extended family, we all get together over the weekend, on Zoom, and we play virtual housey now, and we chit chat. So
Hmm.
that's something that we've set for ourselves.
Yeah.
Since we can't physically meet, but we make it a
Hmm.
point that once in a week we all get together and we talk and we have fun. It's
And who
important.
wins? Who wins the housey?
Well, it's the seasoned people who win the housey. so so yeah, and most importantly, guys, practice gratitude.
Hmm.
Be thankful for what you have. Consider yourself blessed. If you have a roof over your head and food
Hmm.
on your plate, you are luckier than 50% people in this world. So, time to feel good about it. Feel good about what you have. Don't feel bad about what you don't have. It's good to be ambitious. Yes, I'm not saying
Yeah.
don't be ambitious and compete for a good life, but don't let it consume you, is what I mean to say.
Hmm.
So those are some of my, some of the things that I personally practice, and I've seen, it really changing and transforming my mental and emotional state, and of course my, my body. So yes, that's something that I'm sharing by experience.
No, thank you so much, Shivani. I think any routine that you share with your own experience that has more impact than just sharing a set of things that nobody really follows.
Sure.
So and the things that you shared actually are not that difficult. These are very simple
Oh
things
yes.
that our listeners can actually try to incorporate. And I would definitely urge to start with a digital detox at least. And
Yes.
while we were speaking, I was just checking out my mobile phone. I was looking at the there's an app on my settings
Mm-hmm.
which shows me the number of hours that I'm using my social media or I'm on the internet on an average, and it shows that I'm on an average around 8 hours and 22 minutes on internet. So that's
Oh
huge. That's
wow.
like
you
crazy.
you definitely need a digital detox,
I
Anurag.
need a digital detox. It's kind of a occupational hazard for me
Oh, yes, of
right now.
course it is. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with you on that.
Yeah. So
Um,
I
for you, it's 8 hours. Maybe for others, it is 12 hours or 13 hours. And I won't be
true, true.
surprised. But see, for some people it is related to their work, so it's something that they have to do. But
Hmm.
still, I would say, even if it is your work, take a break, take a digital
Correct.
detox at least for a few hours in a week, so that you give your mind some space to declutter and
True.
and think.
Correct, correct. No, so true, so true. I just wish, I had Kit Kat as a sponsor today. I would have said, take a Kit Kat break. But so, but it's really amazing. And thank you so much, Shivani, for coming on the show today and sharing all of this lovely information with us. So thank you for being such a good guest today.
Thank you, Anurag, for having me over. And it was a pleasure talking to you. And I personally enjoyed this conversation a lot. Thank you to all the listeners who listened very patiently till the end, whoever listened patiently till the end. And stay fit and stay healthy, everyone, and stay safe.
So that wraps it up for today, folks. If you liked the episode, give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let's go viral. Remember, our weekly podcast features episodes on personal growth, mental health, relationships, business and entrepreneurship, and health and fitness. We would love to have Shivani on our show again in the future to talk more about holistic wellness and life in general. So, if you haven't yet done so, hit that subscribe button and go check out our website at sociallydesi.com for more of such content. And as always, before I sign off, remember, life is black and white and everything in between.